I need the physical reaction, the physical action that I'm asking for, but I also need the mental action that I'm asking for. So this horse that I'm riding, I've done a few videos of him. He's actually the horse that's in my most watched video. He had some pretty aggressive problems when he first came in, and he went home for a while, and now he's come back. He belongs to one of the girls that helps me here, and he had some issues with how he was carrying his body under saddle that was causing him to pop up in the front end. And this is an issue that I see pretty often with horses, and we'll talk about it, and we'll talk about what I'm doing about it. Trot. There we go. Notice when he went into trot, his shoulders came up. See if we can outrun that horsefly. His shoulders came up, his head popped up. That's what he's been doing, and that's what I've been working with. He carries himself real heavy on his front end, and that's natural. He was like that when he was started from the very beginning, and we've been trying to help him carry himself better. So what I want to do, I want to get his chin in and his shoulders up. If you watch how he carries himself, he's real heavy on his front end, his back end is out, his chin is out. And when I ask for those forward transitions, upward transitions, he kind of throws his body up, because that's the only way that he knows to transition up. He's not really transitioning well by pushing with the back end. So what I'm going to do is use my left rein, left leg, ask him to lift, push the shoulders over. See how our trot slowed down as soon as I asked him to lift his shoulders? It slowed down because he started carrying himself better. Shoulders came up, back in, engaged. Let's left rein, left leg again. Don't really care how high or low his ears are, but what I do want is his chin to come in, his back to elevate, and his hips to engage. Much better trot. Left rein, left leg again. Lift the shoulders. Lift. Now let's go the other direction. Keep going. He wanted to tell me no there, but he kept going. We go the other direction. Let's counter bend again. Left rein, left leg. Forward, no. Denali's out in the other arena running around, and he's wanting to watch him. Wanting to see what all the excitement is about. Got to pay attention to me. No matter what's going on, what distractions there are, he needs to pay attention to me. At some point, something is going to be done with this horse, whether he is shown in judged events, shown in timed events, trail ridden, whatever. He's going to need to listen to his rider when there are distractions. Right rein, right leg, there we go. He's going to need to listen to his rider when there are distractions. So I intentionally make sure there are distractions around here, which is pretty easy to do. There's always distractions, and we ride through them. Bring his nose in. Now I'm going to use a little bit of both hands, both legs. There we go. Bring his nose in. If you're riding English, it's kind of like a half halt. Contact with his mouth. Squeeze with my legs. Squeeze. Now he's pushing. I'm going to squeeze a little harder. Get soft. Not going to pull any harder when he pushes on my hands. I'll just set my hands, squeeze with my spurs a little harder. I want him to round up on just my calf. I'll make that contact first. If he doesn't round up on just my calf, I will go to squeezing with spurs. That's why it's real important to ride with spurs, so that you have them to go to if you need to. Part of ask, tell, demand. I always get questions about, what can you do with a crop, and can you do it with this? And all people trying to come up with a reason to not do it the way it needs to be with the spurs. To do this correctly, you need to do it with spurs. You need that horse to lift off of your legs. Tapping him with a crop is not going to teach him to lift off your legs. Let's do a little bit of counter bend. By counter bend, that's right rein, right leg. Track to the left, but his head looks to the right. Now let's correct bend. Bend to the left. Let's transition into a faster trot. Transition up, drive his back end, make him use his back end. Extend the trot out a little bit while keeping him bridled up. I'm riding a little faster, pushing forward with my seat, using a little bit more leg. Right there, I kind of lost control of that right shoulder and it went out, it poked out. Had to get it back in, control his body parts, come through and change directions. Drive, drive, nope, 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 nope. See right there when he tried to say no, he was sticking his front end in the ground, head went up. I bumped with my spurs, pushed him forward. Collect up again, chin in. Don't really care if he's a little bit overbent, a little over bridled. At this point, it don't matter. That transition to a lope actually wasn't too bad. That was better than his transition to a trot. Let's do another one. Round him up, leg, 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 send him forward, drive him forward, half halt with my hands, half halt with my legs. There we go. Watch the rhythm of his feet. Watch how his feet hit the ground in relationship to the position his body's in. People all the time are against teaching a horse to hold his body and especially his head in a certain way. Just because a horse wants to hold his body in a certain way doesn't mean that's what's best for him. You can let him stick his head up, stick his chin out, and you're gonna have a whole lot more soundness problems. It's pulling on my hand pretty hard, so I'll just set my hands down here. You'll have a whole lot more soundness issues if you let him carry himself incorrectly. Just because that's how he wants to carry himself doesn't mean that's good for him. Kind of set my hands. I don't want to pull. Nope, he was aiming to the wall. Nope, aiming to the wall because it feels like work. So I just kick him forward. With my hands, when he gives his face, I don't want to keep pulling. And he's pulling on me pretty hard. It would be hard to soften without pulling. So I like to just set my hands here behind the pommel of the saddle. Again, it was aiming to the fence, trying to get out of work. Worst thing I could do there is let him stop. Can't really see from here what he's doing with his mouth. He might be kind of gaping at the bit, I don't know, or it might be real tight, I don't know. Either way, this is the bit that he needs for this exercise. This is the bit that will help him lift his shoulders. Felt him try to soften there. Over here where there's a little more room, he's trying to escape over there. can't escape. He's trying to go to that little space over there because we're not working there. He thinks if he goes over there, he won't have to work. So I am scolding him with my spur when he wants to. There we go. He got soft. I softened my hands. I am scolding him with my spur because he wants to go over there. That's not acceptable. Get soft. And there we go. Didn't try as hard to go over there. Taking that escape away, going over there, he's going to think, well, that didn't work. I'll try something else. He needs to, there we go. He needs to try harder to get soft on my hands and lift his back. I'm not going to release right there, looking at the escape, looking at where he wanted to go. See how he's stumbling on his front end? He's done that a couple of times. It's not because his feet are long, not because there's something wrong with him. It's because he's trying to push with his front feet, invert his back, traveling correctly. He needs to lift his front end more, use his back end more, then he won't be stumbling as much. There we go, that was nice. Give me just a little bit more, a little bit nicer, and I'll open a little bit the other way. There we go. There we go. That was a nice give. And he was looking at the end of the pin there, which is where he's wanting to go. See how I'm kind of losing that shoulder there? Coming around the end, he's trying to escape that way. He thinks that if he tries to run me into the wall, he thinks that if he tries to run me into the wall, I'll let him stop. That's not what gets the release. The release comes from using your body correctly. There we go. He is using his body correctly more often, but you noticed in that stumble, when I release, he's going right back to inverting his body pretty hard. He's trying to take me to the wall. He's trying to get me. He's trying to get me to slow him down. Not going to slow him down while he's trying to make me slow him down, even when he gives us hit. I need the physical reaction, the physical action that I'm asking for, but I also need the mental action that I'm asking for. Make a couple circles soft on his face. Next time he tries to bring me to the wall, I'm gonna cut my circle in half instead of just bringing him in the circle. We're gonna go this way. There, I steered a lot easier there. Notice I steered with my hands, kick with my left spur. There we go. Now I'm getting the mental reaction, or the mental action, the mental willingness that I'm looking for. I'm going to ask him to walk while we're looking at the direction he was trying to escape to. Not too bad of a downward transition. We're gonna walk one more circle this direction, then we're gonna go the other way. He's pretty hot. He is pretty sweaty, and it's pretty humid out here. I don't know what the temperature is, but I bet the humidity is up around 90%. But as long as he is mentally pushing to get what he wants, he can take more. I'm not gonna quit just because he's sweating. I might give him a break if he is breathing really heavy. This horse is pretty fit. A good guide for whether or not your horse is fit or not is when you quit working him, his respiration should come back to normal in about 4 minutes. If he doesn't come back to normal in about 4 minutes, then you've overworked him for the fitness level that he's in. As long as it comes back to normal in about 4 minutes, you worked him a good level for his fitness level. So I am going to let him catch his breath just a minute, and then we're going to do some left lead lope. We'll see how willing he is in the left lead. I bet he's going to be pretty willing, but we'll see. All right, I've walked him a couple of circles, let him catch his breath a little bit. We're going to lope a little bit in the left lead. Hopefully not a whole bunch. If he does good, I'll stop on him. I'm going to make him work as hard as I have to get the positive action that I'm looking for. I'm going to gather the reins up, try to get a correct upward transition. Get his body correct. I'm not just going to lope him off all strung out and out of whack and not doing good, not in the right position. I always set him up to do what you want him to ask him to do, what you want your horse to do. A little bit of outside spur. Again, I'm needing to use a good bit of spur to keep him going. He is getting a little bit tired, which is going to make it harder for him to use his body like I need him to. Kick there, he almost ran my knee into the fence. Pay attention to what we're doing, and I'm going to kick before it happens. Again, right there, he's stumbling because heavy on his front end. Ask for a little bit of a half halt. Notice when I made contact with his face, a little bit of contact with my legs. He sped up now. We're getting a little bit better. He gets soft, his face gets soft, his body gets soft, his frame gets better, his gait gets better. Ask again. Good boy. Leg, leg, leg. When I released my hands, he thought about breaking down to a trot. Go forward. If you're still feeling good enough to talk to other horses, you can lope some more circles. You can pay attention to what's going on out there. You can pay attention to what I'm asking you to do in here. Come up, get soft. Aim up, there we go. That was nice. That was nice. Take that. Aim up, get soft. Frame up, get soft. Good boy. Good boy. So I like what he's given me so far. This direction. Let's go ahead and ask for a downward transition. Kind of fell on his front end a little bit, but he is tired. Not going to punish him too hard for it. I'm just going to get him back in the position he should have transitioned in. There we go. And I'll walk him cool a little bit. This is Spade. I'll put a link up here to the other videos that I've done with him. I think I might have called him Ace in the other video. I don't remember. But until next time, thank you for watching.